Long before the roaring crowds, the MVP trophies, and the championship rings, Giannis Antetokounmpo was just a boy running through the narrow, cracked streets of Sepolia, Athens. No cameras, no spotlight, no guarantees. What he chased wasn't fame or fortune, it was survival. This is not just a story about basketball. It's a story of family, of sacrifice, of a young boy who dared to dream when the world gave him every reason not to. Giannis Antetokounmpo was born on December 6, 1994, the son of Nigerian immigrants, Charles and Veronica. They had fled Nigeria's economic hardships and political unrest, seeking a better life in Greece. But life in Greece was far from easy. The Antetokounmpo family existed in the shadows. Without citizenship, they were invisible to the state. No legal work, no health care, no security. Giannis and his four brothers, Thanasis, Kostas, Alex, and Francis, grew up selling trinkets, sunglasses, and DVDs on the streets. Some days they earned enough for a loaf of bread. Other days they went hungry. His parents shielded the boys from the harshest realities. But even at a young age, Giannis understood. If we didn't work, we didn't eat. The Antetokounmpo brothers were inseparable. They didn't have much, but they had each other. They shared everything: meals, clothes, even shoes. During basketball games, Giannis and Thanasis rotated, wearing a single pair of sneakers. If he played, I watched barefoot. If I played, he cheered for me. The brothers treated hardships like a game they could beat together. The world called them poor. They called themselves a team. In 2007, while playing soccer in an empty lot, Giannis and Thanasis caught the eye of Spiros Veliniadis, a local basketball coach. Spiros noticed not just their height and coordination, but their hunger. Not for basketball, for opportunity. "Your sons can have a future," he told their parents, "if you'll let me coach them." Charles and Veronica hesitated. They had heard promises before, but something about Spiros felt different. They agreed. Basketball became Giannis's refuge. He and Thanasis joined Philatletikos Basketball Club, but the journey was anything but glamorous. They often walked miles to practice because bus fare was a luxury. They trained on empty stomachs. They shared shoes. Still, Giannis never complained. "Every drop of sweat felt like an investment," he later said. "An investment in my family's future." Despite being born in Greece, Giannis was stateless. The law didn't recognize the children of immigrants. "I was invisible," he recalled. "Without papers, I couldn't dream." When international scouts began noticing his talent, they wanted to sign him. But without citizenship, he couldn't even get a passport. For months, Giannis's future hung in limbo. Opportunities came and went. Finally, in 2013, just weeks before the NBA draft, Greece granted him citizenship. "I finally existed." With the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo. The announcement was surreal. Giannis had dreamed of feeding his family, not becoming a first-round draft pick. Back home in Athens, the entire Antetokounmpo family celebrated. Their apartment overflowed with laughter and tears. "We didn't just survive," Giannis thought. "We were rising." At just 18, Giannis arrived in Milwaukee. He barely spoke English. He had never been to America. And he was alone. His family couldn't join him immediately due to visa issues. "I was scared every day," he admitted. "But every paycheck, I sent money home." Even when he struggled with culture shock, homesickness, and physical exhaustion, Giannis reminded himself, "They believe in me. I can't let them down." Giannis's rookie season was humbling. Critics said he was too skinny, too raw. Some doubted he would last. But Bucks coach Larry Drew saw his potential. "He works harder than anyone. Give him time." Giannis spent extra hours in the gym, working on his shot, strength, and understanding of the NBA's pace. His first NBA point? A free throw. Simple, unflashy, but monumental. "I belong," he whispered to himself. Midway through his rookie season, Giannis's family finally arrived in Milwaukee. At the airport, he embraced them tightly. "We made it," he said, tears streaming down his face. "We're together again." With his family watching from the stands, Giannis played with renewed purpose. "I wasn't just playing for me anymore." Over the next few seasons, Giannis grew, physically and mentally. He added muscle, improved his jump shot, studied film obsessively, learned English fluently. But he also faced losses, playoff defeats, media criticism, doubts from fans. Every loss was a lesson, he said. Failure is not the opposite. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the road to it. Giannis embraced the pain. Each missed shot, each defensive lapse, each playoff exit became fuel. He didn't just want to succeed. He wanted to earn success for himself, for his family, for every child back in Sepolia who still ran barefoot, chasing dreams no one else could see. By 2017, Giannis had transformed, not just in height and strength, though he now stood 6 feet 11 inches with a wingspan that seemed to stretch across continents, but in skill, in mindset, in leadership. Fans began calling him the Greek Freak. At first, he found it odd, even funny, but then he embraced it. They see me as different. That's okay. I am different. That season, Giannis made his first All-Star team. He led the Bucks in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, a feat no player had achieved before in team history. But it wasn't enough, he said. My family didn't raise me to stop at All-Star games. In 2020, as his contract neared its end, the basketball world buzzed. Super teams formed in glamorous cities: Los Angeles, Miami, Brooklyn. Analysts speculated, where will Giannis go? He deserves a bigger market. He should chase titles. But Giannis had other plans. Milwaukee believed in me when no one else did. They welcomed my family. This is home. He signed a 5-year, $228 million Supermax contract, the largest in NBA history at the time. But for Giannis, it wasn't about money. I stay because loyalty is priceless. The 2020 to 2021 season was not easy. The Bucks battled injuries. Critics doubted their depth. Pundits predicted another playoff heartbreak. Giannis didn't flinch. Pressure is privilege, he told reporters. In the Eastern Conference Finals, he suffered a hyperextended knee, a brutal injury that many thought would end his season. But in true Giannis fashion, he returned, stronger, hungrier, more determined than ever. Pain is temporary. Legacy is forever. The 2021 NBA Finals pitted the Bucks against the Phoenix Suns. After falling behind 0-2 in the series, the Bucks rallied. Giannis delivered legendary performances: 41 points in Game 3, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists in Game 5. And then, Game 6, a performance for the ages: 50 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. When the final buzzer sounded, the Bucks were champions for the first time in 50 years. Confetti fell like rain. Teammates embraced. Fans wept. Giannis stood at center court, clutching the Larry O'Brien Trophy and the Finals MVP award. "We did it," he whispered. "We all did it." In the post-game press conference, a reporter asked, "Giannis, who do you dedicate this championship to?" Without hesitation, he replied, "My family. My mother, who sold items on the street so we could eat. My father, who taught me to work hard and stay humble. My brothers, who shared shoes with me so we could chase a dream together. And every child in Sepolia who thinks they can't make it. This is for you." Tears filled the room. Giannis didn't stop at winning. He launched the Antetokounmpo Academy in Athens, offering free basketball training, education, and mentorship for underprivileged youth. He donated millions to Milwaukee charities, paid off grocery bills for families during the pandemic, funded housing initiatives for immigrants. When you rise, your next job is to lift others. In 2017, Giannis's father, Charles, passed away suddenly. The loss was devastating. He never saw me win MVP, never saw me win a championship. But Giannis carried his father's lessons forward: kindness, humility, hard work. I play for him. I lead for him. I give back for him. Today, Giannis is more than an athlete. He's a father, a brother, a mentor. His life story inspires not just aspiring basketball players, but anyone facing adversity. "Your start does not define your finish," he often says. "We all have a journey. Mine just began with no shoes." A reporter once asked Giannis, "What's your proudest achievement?" Many expected him to mention MVP awards or the NBA title. Instead, he smiled softly. "My proudest achievement is being able to tell my son that we once had nothing, and now we have enough to help others. That's what makes you a champion." And with that, the boy who once sold sunglasses on the streets of Athens walked off the stage, not just as a basketball legend, but as a symbol of hope, perseverance, and the power of never giving up.